Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if it's your first time. Please don't make it your last, because hopefully there'll be something on my channel for you, because I cover so many different things. But anyway, today's video is going to be another Dungeons and Dragons video because I love Dungeons and Dragons. So I'm also running my own. I'm just going to call it a campaign because I don't know what else to call it. Now, it is a Saturday and I'm doing my first session tonight because my usual Saturday game isn't happening this week because the DM, who lives in Florida, can't make it. So I thought, if everyone's free tonight, why don't we play a game? So that is what we're doing. Now, for my campaign, I have 4 confirmed regular players. I have a fighter, a ranger, a rogue and a sorcerer. But tonight the ranger can't actually make it because he's doing shift work. So I'm free next Wednesday and I'm going to run a second session 1 for him and pull in a couple of other players from other games, just so that it's not just me and him. And I'm going to give him a different start to what I'm giving the 3 people who are playing tonight, because I just think it's more fun that way. Most people give their campaigns amazing fantasy names. For example, my Monday campaign is called The Hidden Powers Within. My campaign is the totally inept team do Ebendale, otherwise known as the Tits do Ebendale. Ebendale is just a continent I have created in a world I have not yet named, and I have got a map which I will put on screen. It took me quite a long time to make that on the free version of Incarnate. It's not amazing. I don't care because I'm proud of it. It's the first time I've tried to make a world map and it will do the job. I'm actually about to choose the dice that I'm going to use for DMing tonight. So I love these ones, but they are gemstone dice and I don't want to chip them, and the numbers can be a bit hard to read when it starts to get darker. And I've got my Liquid Core Dragon's ID 20, which I really love. I got it more to be a sort of display dice, and also if my character has to make death saves, I thought this could be my death save dice, but won't be making death saves tonight if I'm running the game. So I don't know if this one will be staying on the tray. I have about 16 sets of dice to choose from. So these are the sets I currently have to choose from. As you can tell, there are not 16 sets of dice because I don't know if I'm just weird, but I've assigned 2 sets of dice to every character I play, and they're kind of in the colours I would associate with that character. So Talia's are pink, Kaysera's are sort of greens and more earthy tones, and Drayana's are more sort of space agey. So I don't want to use any of them tonight. So these are the sets that I have to choose from. I'm not going to use these because they're massive, and I'm not going to use the metal dice because I'm probably going to need about 3 sets, and rolling metal dice with other dice, not a great idea. So it really is out of the 4 at the front. And I think I'm going to use these ones because I usually roll quite well with them and they're a very pretty colour. And I haven't used these ones for a while. So do I use those ones or do I use the Caduceus clay set? I think I'm going to go with Caduceus. So I'm just going to give you a quick overview of what I'm hoping we will cover in the game tonight, because I know a lot of people probably aren't interested in this. So if you're not interested but you're still watching, as always, thank you so much. Maybe I'll be able to interest you in trying out a new hobby, who knows. But anyway, they are all going to start on a wagon. I've given each character their own reason for travelling from the main city of Silverhaven to a village called Rycroft. The first street I can remember living on was called Rycroft Street, and Rycroft to me just sounds like the perfect name for a halfling farming village, which Rycroft is. So they're going to travel there, there'll be a couple of encounters, and then I plan to level them up quite quickly. I'm using milestone leveling. There's two forms of leveling you can use in Dungeons and Dragons, and the other one is experience or XP leveling. Now, you can give XP for roleplay, completing quests, and killing monsters, but you can end up with a party made up of characters of lots of different levels, especially if people who are not actually present for the game aren't getting XP because they're not playing. So I'm going to use milestone leveling, so I know exactly when I'm going to level them up, and that makes it easier for me to plan the encounters because I know roughly what level they're going to be when they're fighting each thing, and that way I shouldn't kill them. But we'll just have to see how it goes. However, I love the idea of experience points. If somebody can't make a session, they're not going to get any experience points, but somebody else can run their character and they will still level up with the rest of the group. Hopefully, there won't be too many occasions where I can't have everyone playing, but we're only going to be playing once a month. Everyone's got busy lives. It is going to be tricky. So I am going to give XP for role playing, killing monsters, but instead of leveling up when they reach enough XP to level up to level 2, I'm going to give them a reward, and I'm going to do that for each level they reach in XP, and the rewards will scale up as well. So it might be something like a cantrip that they wouldn't normally have access to. It might be some sort of boost to some of their abilities, things like that, just because I think that's a fun way to incorporate XP and also encourage people to role play, because not everyone is comfortable with it and not everyone is all that into it, and I don't want to force anyone into it. And to me, if you're doing XP leveling and you're not giving XP to players because they're missing a session, because maybe they've got work or a prior commitment, that just feels to me a little bit like punishing them for not being able to make it. So that is how I am going to do that. And once they are in Rycroft, they will hopefully find their way to Sandrak's Wizard Tower. And I've got my own D20 table of wild magic effects that will happen every time anyone casts a spell within the tower. If you don't know what wild magic is, it's usually associated with sorcerers. In the player's handbook, there is a wild magic table, and it's actually a D100 table, but I didn't want to use that one because some of the things that can happen could wipe out my party. And because it's a wizard tower, I wanted it to be more, there's just such an accumulation of wizard magic that it's things going wrong or right in that way. So I've got, for example, you swap places with your target. There's one where you magically heal your party as you cast your spell. So that's quite a good one because there's no dedicated healer in the group. There's one, yeah, if anyone rolls 19, they're going to grow a long wizard beard, which will last for 24 hours. Male or female, doesn't matter. And even if they already have a beard, they're still going to grow an even longer one, and it will be grey. So it's just stuff like that to make it more interesting and a bit more fun. I've hopefully got a good balance of puzzles and monsters because I don't want it to just be a dungeon crawl where they're just going in and fighting. I want to make them think a bit. And yeah, I'm not a very good DM, but I'm never going to get to be a good DM if I don't practice. So I'm just hoping it goes well. The fact that after the last session, which I videoed and vlogged, they all want to come back and play is a really good sign. So I am quite excited, but I'm also slightly terrified about how tonight will go. But yeah, you know, I have tried to weave all their backstories into the plot from the get-go, so they're all going to find something that is relevant to them and their character. Hopefully they're going to find it anyway in this first session, and I'm going to do the same next week when it's the Rangers go. I hope that will make it fun for them and make it feel personal for them. It's certainly fun for me creating all this and coming up with all these plans. So I'm all set up, I hope anyway, for the game tonight. Got a new webcam. It's another Logitech one, but yeah, the other one just was not working on Discord. It's nice to be able to see each other. Ideally, I would want to play this game face to face, but it's much harder to find a group, and it's difficult enough trying to work around everybody's schedules. So yeah. Okay, so you finish your breakfast, and you've got the town map showing you the various locations. Hopefully you can read them all okay, and you can tell me where you would like to go. Sandrak, yeah, we don't see him out much. He's a bit of a funny one, that one, but he's got a tower, quite prominent. Well, I mean, if it's healing potions you want, I mean, you probably have to go to the temple for that. We don't really get much call for that kind of thing here. Bouldergrams might have something, but I can't guarantee it. I will pass that on to Gladys. She will be thrilled. Okay, so are you going to go straight to the tower, or are you going anywhere else on the way? It's entirely up to you guys. As you come up to it, you can see it's like a 2-story tower, and you can see a front door. Everyone roll me a perception check, please. As you come up to the tower, you can see the front door is scorched quite badly, and there is a kind of an outline that looks about the size and shape of a halfling of unscorched wood. Yep, I will say roll me an investigation check, please, to see if you can find how to open the door. Okay, you reach out and touch around where you think a handle might be, and you notice that it definitely feels like a wooden door, even though it looks like stone. And sure enough, you find a handle and it turns. You listen and you listen, but you don't hear anything. I know, whispers are good. That's why I like them. You could chuck your crossbow, but I wouldn't recommend it. Okay, roll to attack. I just like the idea that you have information others don't have, and you can choose whether or not to share it. Makes you role play. Oh, that's quite a long one. Alistair, whilst Garrett is reading the small essay that he's been sent, because he got the letter from the mother. Is there anything else you want to do in this room before you head up the stairs? Okay, you feel the bed, and it definitely does not feel warm. But while you're looking around, you do notice there is something peeking out from underneath the mattress. And I'm whispering to you exactly what you have found. Me too. With a blush, yes. She found a publication called Wicked Wizards. You put your glaive under it and you lift it up. And as you lift it up, something comes out, and it's long and it's pink. Oh God, I've just realised what it sounds like. And it's sticky. I didn't even think. Sorry guys, that was not meant. So it's long, it's pink, it's sticky, and you are stuck to a tongue. So, initiative from everyone, please. Oh, that headset makes such a mess of my hair. We have stopped for this evening. I think it went really well. They all said they really enjoyed it. And yeah, I managed to work Roll20 properly. So that was helpful. But yeah, I think we all enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to showing them what's in store for them next month. So that is it for session 1A, but I've got session 1B next week. So I hope that will go as well and be just as much fun. Thank you for watching. Take care. Hope to see you next time. Bye.